Literally, what can I say about this episode of Fairy Tail? What in the name of all that... No, we don't even want to get anything wholly involved with this because Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. People. For this episode of Fairy Tail, and I shit you not, and you'll be fucking amazed by this, since it was an entire episode dedicated to Wendy and Loli Aquarius. This entire episode of Fairy Tail was garbage. It was useless. It was just fucking good. If this is what filler, like, padding out was pretty much to do, this is what I did. It padded out 20 minutes of my time and just made me, throughout the entire thing, just saying, how? This makes no sense. Why? Just skip. I want to die. There is generally, and I shit you not, a part in this episode that I was watching this, and I'm watching it with a friend, and I generally blanked out. Yes, unfortunately because of that, I had to rewatch that scene, and I blanked out for 5 minutes because it was that boring. Series, like, I watch anime to be entertained. I do not supposed to be blanking out of boredom. So you guys are probably wondering what it is, you know, oh, Panda, why are you bitching about this, you know? It was a funny episode of stuff like that. It's like, no. Like, let's just get it wrong. The majority of this episode, yeah, it was supposed to be comedy-based. Like, it was supposed to be that. It was supposed to be, like, you know, a little bit of action between Wendy versus Aquarius at this amusement park. And she's like, oh, let's play and stuff like that. Her playing consists of shooting, like, water bullets at, like, Wendy. And being retarded as she was, she decided, instead of me knocking the fuck out, even though she could have gave her like a timeout or something like that, and acting like the mature one, she decided to like physically just go along with her game and get chased around by these bullets, where she knows this is just the wrong thing to do. And of course, good old Natsu has to come in and save her at the end, pretty much. Take out like one of the firebolts like that, and it's like they're on a Ferris wheel. Which is like, they're stuck on there. And, you know, she literally can use her wind magic to get down. But heavens fucking forbid she getting down from that. And then it was like up to Natsu to say that. Because it started off really strong this episode. It started off with like Loki and Natsu. And then they're about to have their clash. And like they got blown away by this giant fucking flame out of nowhere. Like you also had the setup for like the Kana stuff as well that was happening. Like with the whole Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And I mean, I was watching, and I shit you not, I was watching some Yu-Gi-Oh! Earlier. I was literally watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Like 5 minutes ago, enjoying myself and thinking like, man, I love just this old classic series. This is my childhood here. And, you know, same thing with like Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, not childhood. It's like same thing with Fairy Tail though. It's like, yeah, it's really enjoyable, have fun. But this was just fucking boring. This was just beyond boring. I actually wanted to, I was considering, you know, should I just turn off the episode now? I'm passing out. Like, should I not even talk about it? But it's like, honestly, don't even take this episode seriously when you're going to get into it. Do not take it for a split fucking second. It's supposed to be serious because you'll be in there and you'll be filled with nothing but disappointment and resentment and saying, like, I just wasted 20 minutes. All you need to know is, yeah, they had a clash. Wendy won. Like, that's all you need to pretty much. It's like, oh, like, this one's nice, and then the other Aquarius, she's friendly and all that, and it shows, you know, oh, they can get along, and, like, Wendy and her are, like, friends, and it's just like, we're going, these are celestial spirits, right? Like, these are powerful things. I'm not expecting godlike fights, like, all of them. I'm not expecting, like, that action, but it's like, even if this is supposed to be a funny comedy thing, you're supposed to at least make it, like, funny thought of like everyone. It was just like, oh, slapstick, let's just go. Oh, getting hit by water, and it was just like that for the rest of the episode. Oh, stop that, I'm getting hit by water. And like Charlotte's head, and like, I'm not gonna lie, it honestly looked like fucking Happy was making out with Charlotte throughout this entire episode when they were like pulling her out of the glass. And yes, that was the only thing I could really pay attention to while this episode was happening. I mean, this could be possibly one of the worst episodes of Fairy Tail I've seen. But, like, I actually know, let's be honest, this has actually progressed something. Like, we did have some progression, you know, the fight ended and stuff like that. And we're getting set up for Kana's fight as well. And that whole thing that was happening with Natsu fight. Like, what the fuck is that black flame? Probably one of the worst ones I've done is the Frosh episode. And, well, that was kind of recent ago. So, yeah, not really onto a good start. So, it just disappoints me that the filler, like, it's not that good as, like, the previous one that they had before they went into the Grand Magic Games. But I know I'm asking much for the filler and all that, but just disappointing just to see this. I mean, personally, I would rather see something else than that. I'd rather see this a little bit taken more seriously, not just like jokes and stuff like that. I mean, even the like Elfman one was kind of taken as a joke in the end, because it was like, okay, he's just sweating around, and it was just, honestly, I just did not enjoy it for that. And I can't, like, you know, like a 1 out of 10 would be like something that's like has no animation to it or something, or it's like absolutely garbage. You know, it still looks nice and all that. Yeah, you can definitely know the budget isn't there. Like, you know, your voice acting's great, you know, music's there, and it's just like, I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 10. But Jesus Christ, was I like at the point of throttling myself at the end of this episode. And yeah, I think I've gone off way long enough about this episode. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, what you feel about this episode of Fairy Tail. I had an experience, let's just say that. And just, you know, leave the little ones alone. Just leave the little ones, you know, Wendy and all that alone, you know. That's not of age yet, so just leave it alone. And I'll see you guys next time.